you very much. My name once again is Owusu. I'm taking you through the Acts of National Teaching Council 2020. And after that, most of your questions will be answered. We are looking at Education Regulatory Act 2020, and that act gave NTC the mandate to regulate teaching profession. To regulate teaching profession simply means to give the profession a new face, to give the profession a wide recognition, to give teachers more money. I know you say that. I said it, and a female teacher looked at me and said, "You are talking about future impossible things." But that is what the act is saying. Now, the act is saying that all teachers in the service before 1st September 2018 are known as in-service teachers, and for that reason, they will not write a licentiate exam. The act is saying that somebody can only practice in Ghana after 2018 unless that person is having a license. There are 3 types of licenses: permanent one, temporary one, and provisional one. All of us here are permanent teachers because we renew our licenses every 3 years after we have agreed our respective point in our respective ranks. These are permanent registers. Then we have what's called temporary registers. They are teachers who are, for one reason or the other, have qualification and they are teaching the service, but they don't have the requisite education qualification. So, for instance, you did linguistics at the University of Ghana, and that a secondary school says that they don't have English teacher in Ghana. So they can bring you in and give you a temporary certification for a period of 1 year. Then you renew it again for another year, but not thrice. Then there's provisional register, where foreigners who have education qualification decide to come to Ghana and teach, but they don't want to write the licentiate exam. So they are given a provisional license to practice for a period of time before they can be asked to join any other institution for license to become permanent registered. National service personnel, NQT, newly qualified teachers, are also given the same treatment. The act is saying that 15 days before your license expires, you must renew it automatically. You don't have to walk to NTC to renew it. Once you upload your points through a program like this, the system itself will give you notification that you are left 14 days to renew your license. And that you need to do very well to renew the license, as automatically your name will go out from the register of teachers. Yes. Please put all your point down. I'm not teaching, I'm facilitating. It's an opportunity. So put the points down, your questions down. When I finish, give it to me. So, it is not that NTC will take teachers out. No. Their duty is to regulate the service. And you bear with me that most services or most professions that have the employer and then the regulator, more often the regulator is stronger than the employer. Recently, 500 minus 1 personnel who wanted to go to law school, Mokola, were denied the opportunity by a particular council, and all of us spoke on their behalf. So, NTC, you don't need to apply in hard copy or in person. You do it on a portal, like my senior brother or colleague told you. Then, the portal will run automatically. So, when the time for you to renew your license, you are not able to attain that accrue, or you are not able to accrue the points, your name automatically gets out of the register. Among the points are accredited teacher educational institutions and development programs in collaboration with relevant agencies and institutions. So it means that currently, nobody, no institution can say I am training teachers without NTC accrediting your models. Again, issue temporary certification to persons who are without registered have started already. Revoke license or suspend a teacher after case of professional misconduct. You started teaching before I started, so I know, you know, what are some of the issues that can be termed as professional misconduct. Recently in the news, a particular 14-year-old girl got pregnant, and for he said the assistant headmaster of the school and 2 other teachers impregnated. You didn't hear? And you heard it. And as a man, I sat down quietly and I was thinking, plenty. Who went there first? And after the first person who visited, what did the person come out to say? That motivated others to go. These things were going through my mind. Alright? Then restore the license of a suspended teacher for reinstatement. It means that the fact that your license can be suspended, there's equally an easy way or another way out for your license to be restored. Develop and promote control professional education in teaching profession. Among some of the educations what are being here, and perform any other functions incidental to the object of the council. NTC by their mandate, looking at the workload on them and the personnel, among the functions which are incidental is to come out with service providers. And I think one of the service providers is SARS. Who are service providers? They are qualified educational consultants. Yeah. NTC is not run by 1 or 2 people. It has a governing body of total of 18 members. The registrar is being appointed by the President of the Republic. One question I cannot ask is, or I cannot answer when you ask me, why is the President who appoints the registrar? In fact, I will not be able to answer that question. So if you are writing that question, don't do it. And then, among it, we have reps from Ministry of Education, National Council of Curriculum and Assessment, Commission of Tertiary, Technical and Vocational Education, National School Inspectorate Authority. From this time around, we have what is called School Inspector or Inspector General of Schools, the person of Anti-Hate. Then universities in professional teacher education, they do so on rotational basis. So, UNIBA, Valley, all universities that are running education, that is what they do. This time around, 2 people will represent us at the level of NTC for 1 year. Another group will do that. For another year, another group will do that. Then including 2 reps on rotational basis from teacher associations. There are a lot of teacher associations. NAGRA, MGRA, OFGRA, all of them. So the others are coming. I know some of you are also planning to bring some up. Heads of pre-tertiary education, heads of tertiary education. Then 2 educationists. One of them must be a female, or all the 2 can be female, but all the 2 cannot be males, just to ensure gender balance. And now, in all, they have 18 members on the governing body. Next. Now, when you go to NTC, they have this finance and administration, research and monitoring about licensing and registration, disciplinary, professional development, and then those who organize examinations. Next. Now, like I said, the administrative positions are appointment of registrar, and the appointment of the registrar and the function of the registrar is stipulated in the Act. So you cannot do anything contrary to what the mandate says. Then the function of the deputy is also there. Next. Yes, I've said this one. A person, if you want to be a teacher, you need to apply and prescribe for. Those who are coming in as pre-service teachers or NQT, newly qualified teachers, will buy for and write an accession exam. Those who started teaching from the time of Adam to 1st September 2018, we have to go to the portal and fill their relevant information. Next. Now, qualification for. So you may have PhD in human resources, you cannot register on the portal unless you hold a certificate from a teacher institution, and when you fulfill the above, the board will register you to practice as a teacher. Next. Now, following trade, I have said that. Next. Type of registers, I've said permanent, temporal, and then provisional. Next. Now, come back, sir. Come back, sir. Good. He said the registration shall be reviewed by the teacher within 15 days before the specified expiry dates. And this is what the Act is saying. Next. Suspension of registration. The registration of a teacher shall be suspended in any of the following forms: allegation or offense of misconduct, we have said that. And then because we are doing the thing on a portal, and you are in the comfort of your home, or you are at any other place, you may decide to fill in any form at all. When assessors come and they see that the forms that you fill, some are not yours, or you have control, that again, your destiny will be suspended. Registration shall not be suspended unless the teacher is given 30 clear active working days for defense. That is a fundamental. Say, and when, okay, now there are 2 terms here. The first is suspension, and the second is cancellation. When you are convicted for an offense under this Act, your registration, whether permanent, temporal, or provisional, will be cancelled. When you lose certificate upon which registration was made, your registration will be cancelled. A lot of issues as we are going around put this thing across as coming. Now, if you travel from here to Boateng or Volta region, and on your way coming, you lost your luggage, and automatically your certificate you used to register are there, and you cannot find it, must you be punished for that? No. So what NTC is saying is that for any reason, or let's say where you are staying, there's an eventualities of rainfall or flood or fire outbreak. What you can do is let the relevant agency have a report and go for police extract. You can either show that one to NTC, and then NTC will give you a covering letter to your institution from any attestation that can put you in position as a teacher who is practicing. Fail to comply with penalty imposed by the board after due process. A judge was declared to be an unsound man or determined as criminal or nothing. Some of us, the way we here, when you go to school, we don't regard assistant headmaster or headmaster, the way we do our things. Yeah, when people look at you this way, say, Papa, it is your own change, the problem is. And eventually, when you are being reported, and there's a clear evidence, either medical or by observation, and see that, in fact, everything is not all right, your destiny will be cancelled. In any case, 30 active clear working days will be given to you for defense before such decision will be taken. Next up, no, annual list of registered teachers. Teachers will be proud when in their dailies they will see their name. No, that's the state. They will see their name. So district. Teachers of good standing. Then you see the names there. And your name will appear. And if you're a man, you can show it to your wife. If you're a woman, you can show it to your husband. They look at me. I'm of a good standing. My name has been intersected and it's the dailies. Look at it. Hey, not all award will come with money. Alright. Then again, at the council's website, as an assessor, when you finish and you have your number here, I can easily show you with the picture you use and give you all the register, and you will go through and you will find that either you are number 3, 4, or 5. We can easily do that. Alright. Now, removal and restoration of registration. Now, when you go to church, you see there's a memorial service. And recently, we buried my father. Sunday, we went there, and then they said, Mr. Daniel Boateng, the data said, by the power vested in me, by the apostolic council, and therefore cancel this man's name. So when somebody died, NTC will cancel the name same. When you have been found on professional misconduct, you also do that. You remove your name from that. And the name of the teacher may be restored by the register, if directed by the board. Next. Appeal. When you appeal, for instance, your name has been removed, you have been given 30 days, you do all that you have to do, and NTC still says that no, you don't qualify to go to the classroom. NTC, by the board has the power of magistrate or second court, so you have to go to high court and take them there. So it's only high court and above that you can have issue with NTC. Next. Employment of teachers, and this I think goes for private schools. When you know or don't know, and employ somebody who is not licensed in your school, and NTC get to know, you pay a fine of 500 to 1,000 penalty units. And when it's a 500 to 1,000 penalty unit, it's not 500 dollars or 1,000 dollars. As you speak, a penalty unit with NTC is 12 cents. So when you have found 700 penalty units, you multiply that one by 12. For this reading, go for because as we are here, because recent those things when head teachers at the secondary schools were given the opportunity to do internal recruitment. This time around doesn't happen. Or you go to the salon or Ankafo for 6 months, or you do both. Next. Employment of unregistered teachers. All of you are registered, so I will not worry myself much here. Let's go on. No. Notice of change of name or address. So when you change your location, so for instance, currently you are teaching here in a particular district. If you marry and go to Ajimoda, you need to edit your address on the portal. It is an offense if you don't edit the address and your name too appears there. Because when you go there, and for any reason, they are doing some capacity building program there or CPD there, and you fill a form, they will upload your forms for you and it will be captured there. When you do that, you are spoiling NTC register and it's an offense. Next. And check your name. Our sisters, when you get married and you want to take your husband's name, please edit your former name and put our names there. Now look at offenses and penalties. Any person who purports to be a teacher without council certification is an offense and you pay a penalty. When you make false application, it's an offense. When you fail to renew the registration and conduct to practice, it's an offense. When you fail to cease to practice after suspension or cancellation, it's an offense. And when you destroy the register, like I said, it's an offense. And when you do that, you commit an offense and you pay 750 in between 750 and 1,500 penalty unit, or you serve a prison term in between 2 and 5 years, or both. I went to a place, and when you serve this, after that, a gentleman came there and invited me. All right, that well, but look at see people are threatening us in this profession. There is an art, so it's not threatening. Next, please. Oh, regulations. I've said all the regulations that NDC are supposed to do: provide registration and licensing, provide inspection of licenses in schools. So NDC will come around, they look at your license, and that your qualification you use, that gave you that license, NDC will come there. Provide a framework to develop teachers' education curriculum, provide any other matter necessary for effective and efficient implementation of this act, and this will do that. Prescribe modality for exercising disciplinary powers of the council over teachers. Next. Go. Now, before the Act 2020, and the Act name is 1023, what it means is that in the year 2020, it was the 1023 Act enacted in Ghana Parliament, hence the name Act 1023 of 2020. Before that Act, there was an Act of Basic School, which is Act 778 of 2008. That Act is still in force, except Parliament decided to delete it from the items. Next. Now, these are some of the frequently asked questions that I know from here you've given it to me. So I've selected some and I'm answering them before you bring yours. Somebody may ask, why are you people worrying us to register for licenses here and there? In the 21st century, teaching and learning strategies has changed. So, it is not only Ghana that we are doing that, but then we have African Federation of Teaching Regulatory Authorities, which are Zambia Teaching Council, Teacher Registration Council of Nigeria, South African Council for Educators, and even some professionals in Ghana have licenses, notably among them the legal profession, nursing profession, the medical and dental profession. Next. Somebody may say, I have completed my registration. When will I get my license? Yes. When you finish the registration, you will see that you get 100%. You wait for NTC to activate your account via what? SMS. And the very day you get the SMS, your CPD cycle starts. Next. Why should it be registered and licensed? The license therefore become only legal authorization to practice as a teacher in Ghana. It signifies that you have the competencies, the knowledge, and so you know your strands, your sub-strands. I went to sub-strands, came close and it was so, what's wrong? Topic and subtopic. Then we'll want you to hear the strands, sub-strands. Now I indicate an context that based on how I do my you can't go one task. The topic has no open. So see the bad what really it means is that once you got your license and you're practicing, you have the legal back, and it suggests that you are powerful in terms of practice, knowledge, and conduct. It gives recognition to a teacher as a member of a profession. Next. Who is an in-service teacher? I have defined that. All teachers who started teaching from the time of Adam until 1st September 2018 are being referred as in-service teachers. On this note, this is the first presentation that I have to do. God bless you all.
Thank you. In your presentation, you mentioned that it's not only Ghana that is practicing this art.
Yes, please.
You mentioned other countries.
Yes, please.
Have you searched and see how the art is helping those other countries and how this art is different from what we're doing? How positively will it affect Ghanaian child? Because education is about developing the child. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes. Personally, I have QTS, Qualified Teacher Status from London. So when you go to London and either want to teach in independent school or public school, the independent school is the framework. And you want to teach, you need to go through a system that will build you up. NTC is not interested in deduction of money from teachers. What NTC is interested is to see teachers building their capacity to meet the standard of who a teacher is in the 21st century. So, those other countries, in terms of education, anytime they publish it, you realize that they are leaving us. The last publication, it is only Niger that saved us, as would have been the last one. NTC is not saying that currently teachers are not doing their best, but NTC is saying that things are changing. So there's a need for us to build our capacity. Now, you go to schools, a lot of things are changing. Atomic theory is changing. Solar system, the theory is changing. You go to schools, and with all apology to teachers, people are still telling learners that there are 9 planets. And those who are telling learners that there are 8 planets are not telling them why they knew about 9 and now there are 8. So there's a need for us from time to time to come together as a professional community and discuss one or two things. So the point building system is a motivation given to teachers in order to have their capacity built. So those countries are really doing well. And very soon, we are in the preparatory stage. That that's why this program is sensitization program. So when you get what it means, balancing and point middle system, you yourself can build your system, can build your capacity without attending charge program or conferences like this. Thank you.